Hi everybody, it's me, Lisa T, coming at you with some positive energy reading. The language of letting go by Melody Beattie, and we are reading August 23 is today, number 23. Self-care, 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 self-care. I feel like anyways that I am the number one advocate for self-care in my profession, in my recovery, in my own journey. It is so important. I had a couple of days where I was struggling. Some old defeating negative belief systems and coping mechanisms had been triggered in me due to loss. So when I have loss, I've learned over time and through tons of therapy what I do initially during loss, and then how to not do that anymore. So what I do with loss is I punish myself. Comes from my early childhood loss of my mom, as children will do with a divorce or any problems between a parents, whether it's loss or divorce or whatever. Children find a way to blame themselves, and not only did I find a way to blame myself, I also found ways to punish myself because I was a bad girl. So obviously that's not the truth. Something bit me on my ankle while I was walking Gordy just now. I was going through a couple of days of feeling all those feelings and being kind of stuck in the middle of it and not recognizing what was going on for me. And then yesterday, thanks to higher powers, thanks to God, thanks to my recovery and everything I've learned, I dug into my self-care and reflected on the 12 steps of recovery and through higher powers was able to show up for myself and bring myself out of it through self-care. So August 23rd, self-care. When will we become lovable? Things I've learned in recovery, things are in layers. They're in layers. I've learned on that since when I started this self-love journey there last, I guess almost 2 years ago now. It took about 8 months, and then I finally found within what I was always seeking without. I found love, acceptance, value, purpose, etc. But mainly that I was lovable. I fell in love with myself for the first time in a good, healthy way, not in a conceited or any kind of way, like in a good, healthy way. But it didn't sustain in the power when I found the power I felt when I found it didn't sustain, because I go back to life and I go back to like codependency behaviors and the odd and things and triggers. Life keeps happening, and journey healing is not a linear journey. It doesn't just like go straight up. It has ups and downs and peaks and valleys, just like life, ups and downs and peaks and valleys. And so the reason I paused there was because I recognized, especially with what I just went through the last 3 days, that there's still a piece of me that wonders if I'm okay as I am and lovable. So when will we become lovable? When will we feel safe? When will we get all the protection, nurturing, and love we so richly deserve? We will get it when we begin giving it to ourselves. Like I said, that's, thank God for my journey, because this last 3 days I recognized yesterday, I've got to give it to me. I've got to, this itch, this bug bite on my ankle, it's right in a horrible spot right at my Achilles tendon. It's distracting me. Woo, and then a plane. So anyways, yesterday I recognized I have to show up for myself. I have to provide myself with that love, that need, the feeling that I'm needed, valued, okay as I am, etc. I can't depend on people, places, and things to supply that for me. How do places supply that? Well, with success and achievements, going to school, a work environment, you can get this feeling of, I matter and I'm lovable through like an achievement. That's a place, through your work. But that's not sustainable. Things are always changing and shifting, and it's not going to be the same every day. In people aren't going to be the same every day. Your work environment's not going to be the same every day, but you are always going to be there. You are always going to be 100% that, like I've said in other videos, the most deepest, powerful, most vulnerable, and committed relationship you'll ever be in your whole entire life is the one with yourself. So when will we get all those things? We will get it when we begin giving it to ourselves. The idea of giving ourselves what we want and need can be confusing, especially if we have spent many years not knowing that it's okay to take care of ourselves. Taking our energy and focus off others and their responsibilities and placing that energy onto ourselves and our responsibilities is recovery behavior that can be acquired. We can learn it by daily practice. I recognized this yesterday. I do a lot of energy work with myself too. That's a new tool that I acquired in the last few months, maybe 6 months ago. But yesterday when I was like zoning in on what do I need to do to soothe and heal this like shit that's going on inside of me. And one of the things I recognized, I went into this like the central channel. It's where all your chakras line up, and I do a chakra. I've been doing a chakra balancing meditation for like 15 years, ritually, regularly dedicated to that. But I added on to that with this like breathing that I do through the chakras, and I recognize where am I feeling the stuckness when I'm feeling in a disturbing emotion or an uncomfortable moment. And so yesterday when I started my healing process, one of the things I recognized is like, oh, I've been dispersing my energy. I've been putting it out there and into them and trying to help them and feeling responsible for that person and feeling responsible for this situation. And so no wonder I was feeling like, because all my energy was going out instead of in. So that energy is very important. So yeah, taking our energy and focus, there we go. That's why I said that. Taking our energy and our focus off others and theirs and putting it back on ourselves is a recovery behavior that can be acquired. And we got to practice that. We learn it by daily practice. I laugh because I don't read ahead, and it's funny that I just said that and then there it was. So we begin by relaxing, by breathing deeply. It's all in the breath. Like what I do is I breathe it into the sky, bring it into my heart, and then push it into the ground. Breathe it up from the ground, hold it in my heart for a second, and give it up to the sky, the universe. So I do that, and you get this flow going, and it just like zing. So we begin by relaxing, and you got to relax. And when you're doing something like that, well, what I notice is because I close my eyes and I go within, I notice like, oh, I'm holding my shoulders up, or I'm clenching my fists. A lot of times I can feel I'm like holding a position with my fist. I'm like, relax your hand, Lisa. So that breathing exercise helps you to tune into your body and where you're holding tension. If you're holding tension in your body, you're going to hold tension in your life. So we begin by relaxing, by breathing deeply and letting go of our fears enough to feel as peaceful as we can. Let go of those fears. Recognize it's just a mental dialogue. It's just thoughts. You don't have to think them. Then we can ask ourselves, what do I need to do to take care of myself today for this moment? This is what I did yesterday. It's so cool to read this. I'm so proud of myself in this moment. What do I need and what do I want to do? What do I need and what do I want to do? Oh my God, I was so depriving myself, so much punishing myself that I wouldn't even go get groceries for the last like 3 weeks. I literally, this is the God's honest truth. A couple of days ago for dinner, I had a can of peas. And then multiple times I had toast with peanut butter. Like, punishing myself. So what do I need to do to take care of myself? What do I need? And so yesterday I went grocery shopping. I was like, what do I need to do? Okay, I should get groceries. And I was like, go get groceries. I had to like tell myself it a few times, go get groceries, Lisa. Go get groceries. Don't just think about it. Go do it. Action. So what do I need? And what do I need and want to do? What would demonstrate love and self-responsibility? Am I caught up in the belief that others are responsible for making me happy, responsible for me? Am I thinking like, oh, this person needs to say that, or this person needs to do that so I feel okay? Am I caught up in that kind of dialogue? I need to let that go. Then the first thing I need to do is correct my belief system. And remember, a belief is just a thought you think over and over and over. So you can correct a belief system almost like, instantly. So I am responsible for myself. Do I feel anxious and concerned about the responsibility I've been neglecting? Then perhaps I need to let go of my fears and tend to that responsibility. Let go of this fear that I don't have time to go grocery shopping. I've got too much to do. It's bizarre. The mind, just tend to that responsibility. Do I feel overwhelmed, out of control? That's how I felt. Maybe I need to journey back to the first of the 12 steps. That's what I did yesterday. I went through the 12 steps with my life. I was like, oh, I'm powerless over this person. I'm powerless over the situation. Powerless over that loss. It's happened. It's done. I'm powerless over that. Two, came to believe that a power greater than myself could restore me to sanity. So I came to believe that, okay, I need to get out of the control. I need to stop controlling this and believe that something else can do it. And then three, gave my will and my life over to the care of God as I understood him. So I decided to, get rid of my little plans and see what life required of me at that moment. It required me to go get groceries and take care of myself. 4, look at resentment. Was I resenting? Well, I'm resenting this person because they didn't say the right thing or do the right thing. I'm resenting life because it's overwhelmed me. So I need to let go of all that. And I'm resenting myself mainly for like not taking care of myself. So I need to forgive myself. And then look at what was happening. It was control. So the 6 and 7 is the character defect. So I was trying to control things, control even my own emotions, and then try to manipulate situations to make it so that I felt safe and protected. And then 8, make a mess. So I forgave myself and I told myself it's okay, and then we can start today. And then I spoke to a fellow, and then so that's step 10 is you speak to someone immediately when these things come up, and I spoke to God. And 11 is prayer and meditation. I did a major meditation, and then I helped another human being. There it is. Bang. 12 steps of recovery. So maybe I need to journey back to the first of the 12 steps. Have I been working too hard? Maybe what I need to do is take some time off and do something fun. Have I been neglecting my work or my daily tasks? This was all of my journey yesterday. It's so cool. Then maybe what I need to do is get back to my routine. That's what I started doing today, and I'm feeling so much better. There's no recipe, no formula, no guidebook for self-care. So there's no simple, like, one direct recipe for self-care. We have a guide, and that guide is within us. We need to ask the questions. What do I need to do to take loving responsible care of myself? What do I need to do? What do I need to do? What do I need to do? Oh, I need to do this. Okay, let's do it. Instead of say I should do, let's just do it. Then we need to listen to the answer. Self-care is not that difficult. The most challenging, so don't procrastinate. Oh, I could do that. I could do this. I should do that. That's a procrastination piece. So self-care is not that difficult. It's not, but it sometimes can be the hardest thing is taking that first step and just doing it, taking the action, because we're stuck in our heads. The most challenging part is trusting the answer and having the courage to follow through once we hear it. Woo! Here's your prayer for today. This was a good one. Today, I will focus on taking care of myself. I will trust myself and my higher power to guide me in this process. Frickin' men. Mwah, mwah. Thanks for watching. Love you all. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe. Let me know I'm not alone. Let's try to build a community of people trying to empower themselves and live a better, happier, peace of mind life. Love you all. Thank you.